This Caucasian lady run up to me and she was like, oh my God, my husband just sliced his foot wide open. There's blood everywhere.
Never thought that I would fall in love like this, but now I'm falling. Never thought that I would get more like this, but now I'm all in. Never thought I'd be strong like this. Never thought I wanna have your kiss. I never thought you could have my
channel. It's me, Danny, and I'm back with another story time. So y'all know how I was telling you guys that I had quit my job and I was starting a new job April 2nd. So that's all still true, but I need to come and tell y'all what happened my very last day at Target. So I worked at Target for a couple months and I wasn't really feeling like the hours because I was a manager and I was working extremely long hours, so I just was not feeling it. And it just was a lot of other variables that I won't even jump into, but y'all, I was ready to go. So I put in my notice and I was on my last 3 days. So tell me why the last day that I worked at Target, it was like, I don't know, it was like they was preparing for me, like, this is for you, this your going away party. So, you know, on your last day when you quit a job or whatever, you know, you like, I don't care, I ain't finna do nothing, I'm finna just chill, it's just finna be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. No ma'am. So I get in there and like 30 minutes pass, and then like pink girl, Caucasian, white, whatever you want to call them, she come to where I'm at, and I'm like, what's up? And she was like, oh, hi, I'm Kimberly and I'm gonna be training with you for today. Keep in mind I work from 2 to 11, so that's an extremely long shift to be trying to entertain or train somebody when you really don't even care about the job no more. So not only was I training her, trying to get her situated and set up on the register, and you know, actually trying to help her out, because just once she came over there, I was like, okay, it is my last day, but I need to be feasible and I do need to train this young lady, because you know, it's kind of on me to start the training off the right way, and I like to set up the next person for success. So I tried to make sure she was ready to set up the next person for success. So that's what I did. So I'm training her or whatever. And then like a couple hours in, I'm like, okay, everything is going smooth. Next thing I know, asset protection prevention come, and he eyeing me. So I'm like, what's up? So he eyeing a lady. Kind of find out she got a backpack in her cart that she trying to steal. So it was up to me to kind of jump in and see, you know, what she was doing. Like, excuse me, ma'am, were you trying to pay for that book bag? But while I was trying to do that, she had a distraction. She had her cousin or her sister or whatever come up and try to buy some bleach so that she could sneak out. Y'all, tell me why asset protection AP, he run and try to apprehend her, and she like and I'm like, what? So then he was like, you know, ma'am, did you pay for that person? She was like, no. She was almost out the door, y'all, and if she would have been out the door, she wouldn't have had to pay for it, but she was still in the door and she cooperated and she came back on in. So yeah, so since AP was a male, he needed a female to go in the office with him, and since I was the manager on duty, that had to be me. Y'all, so we go in the office, she going off like I was gonna pay for that, and you ain't gotta call the police over $30, and you tripping, whatever. She doing all of that, and we was like, ma'am, you was gonna steal the purse, you wanted the purse, so either you gonna give us the merchandise back, you gonna pay for the purse, or we gonna call the police. So she give us the purse back. We get her, you know, her ID information. We take copies of it. We write it down and everything. And that's that. So we have to do a whole big report paperwork because of that. Deal with her and decide if we was going to call the police on her or not. But we end up letting her go because it was just funky $30. But my thing is, if you sitting there saying, I was going to pay for the purse, $30 ain't nothing to pay for the purse. Give us the money. So she didn't want to give us the money for that, so it was cool. We was just like, whatever. So I do the report, me and him chop it up about it or whatever, and then but she was still in the door, and she cooperated, and she came back on in. So yeah, so since AP was a male, he needed a female to go in the office with him, and since I was the manager on duty, that had to be me. Y'all, so we go in the office, she going off like I was gonna pay for that, and you ain't gotta call the police over $30, and you tripping, whatever. She doing all of that, and we was like, ma'am, you was gonna steal the purse, you wanted the purse, so either you gonna give us the merchandise back, you gonna pay for the purse, or we gonna call the police. So she give us the purse back. We get her, you know, her ID information. We take copies of it. We write it down and everything. And that's that. So we have to do a whole big report paperwork because of that. Deal with her and decide if we was going to call the police on her or not. But we end up letting her go because it was just funky $30. But my thing is, if you sitting there saying, I was going to pay for the purse, $30 ain't nothing to pay for the purse. Give us the money. So she didn't want to give us the money for that, so it was cool. We was just like, whatever. So I do the report. Me and him chop it up about it or whatever, and then that's that. So a couple more hours go by, and I'm back, you know, where I'm supposed to be. And this Caucasian lady run up to me, and she was like, oh, my God. My husband just sliced his foot wide open. There's blood everywhere. And I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah, there's blood everywhere. He sliced his foot open on our cart, and it's blood everywhere. So at that point, I get on the walkie, and I'm like, code green, because that's an injury. So once I call code green, the store manager is like, Danny, where are you located? And I'm like, in front of guest services. So then she take off running, and she like, what's going on? Y'all, when this man say he sliced his foot wide open, do y'all know it was not sliced wide open? I mean, it was bleeding or whatever, but his wife was just hella dramatic. So the store manager come out, and they wrapping his foot up and everything. They getting everything situated, and she was just like, Danny, thank you so much. You did an excellent job. I'm so happy you were here and you acted the way you did so quickly. So we get that situated. Then 30 minutes later, she called me to the back, and I have to do another long report stating that I was the first one on the scene, that I saw everything that happened and everything like that. And like the whole night was just like a debacle. It was just like crazy. We had like 12 cashiers call in, I feel, and it was just off the chain, y'all. Like my last night at Target was crazy. So at the end of the night, everybody was like hugging me and saying goodbye and like wishing me well and stuff. But I'm just like, that was a night from hell. That was like a nightmare, y'all, because I just feel like on your last night at a job, you're supposed to be just chilling, laid back, relaxing, and I'm like working like a slave. When I tell you, I got all my meals late, I got my lunch late, almost went into meal compliance because I'm dealing with so much other stuff. It was ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a cool job. I loved all my cashiers that were under me. They were so awesome. But the experience was just like, woo. And that last night, y'all, I was like, if I wasn't leaving, I'm leaving now. But anyway, guys, I really enjoy doing story time. So if it's another story time y'all want to see, let me know, y'all, because it got real in Target that last night. Do you hear me? It got real. I almost was finna walk up out that thing. But anyway, guys, I'm up out of here, reporting live from the internet, signing out. Back to you, world.
Never thought that I would fall in love like this, but now I'm falling. Never thought that I would get my all like this, but now I'm all in. Never thought I'd be strong like this. Never thought I wanna have your kids. I never thought you could have my heart.